Hello everyone and welcome back on in. I'm 16-Bit Ferret and welcome on into the part 3 of our Kirby's Adventure Casual Guide. So, last episode we just beat Ice Cream Island, we showed you how to be a roller skater, and now we're on to Butter Building. Butter Building's a very interesting stage. As to where, like, other stages you're going from you're going from left to right. This one basically is building upward. And we're back on the clock. So unlike stone right here, you can get hit if it gets too close to you. Don't stand too close. And I actually did that on purpose, because sometimes you'll be like, you know what? Oh no, that was not on purpose. That was not on purpose at all. But that's okay. No big deal. And also, you're playing the game right here, you'll find these big buttons right here. These are secret switches. And those secret switches unlock hidden things in the game. So, for instance, that unlocked a battle area for us. We're also going to let fire come to us. Come on, fire. Because Fireball likes to track onto you and basically follow you. And it's a good way to get some abilities again and again. Like, let's say, for instance, you accidentally destroyed an ability, but you want to go back and get it. All but UFO will respawn. So don't feel like, oh, you can't go back and get an ability. Correction, mini-bosses and UFOs don't respawn. Except in here. You know, we're actually going to take Wheel for this right here, just because, just to see what we can do with Wheel for the next one. Because I know some people watching this are probably really going to like Wheel. Okay, so we're on to the first real, building section right here. So be careful with this right here. It will rotate and screen wrap until you get to the end. And what will happen is it won't anymore. And you can fall right off this ledge and die. It's not good. I don't recommend it. Also, yeah, so we're actually going to get rid of Wheel, because unfortunately we're going to be heading on to our first boss. It's going to be a real pain in the butt. Our first mini boss, and that's going to be Bugsy. Bugsy is one of the few enemies that can actually grab you, so that's what you want to be very careful on. We'll talk more about that once we get there. We're going to explore over here. Okay, it's just a mini-boss. Which actually, that mini-boss for that section is actually pretty neat. Pretty decent. Because you can just go wheel through all this right here and just go through it unscathed. Actually, I'll just show you the ending, because there's a regular wheel enemy here. Ween, mean, and ween. It's really fun. But we're going to go and grab Ice. Ice is a lot like Freeze, and it's basically the Freeze version of Fire. Where Fire basically is this thing that goes and does fire damage. This actually does freeze damage. Except it also freezes little mini enemies too. Okay, A button, where were you at? And this is going to be showing it. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. So freeze enemies too also do have a bit of a duration on them being around, especially if a boss like that hits it. And we're actually going to show off this ability for the next stage too. Back throw. I really don't mess with back throw much myself. It's basically a way of throwing enemies around. And I really don't like it personally, because I really don't know how to control it that well. It basically allows you to throw enemies in certain directions. But we are going to discuss high jump, though. High jump is a lot of fun. So high jump allows you to go up real high and do damage while you're going up. Like this. And this is because we did that on purpose. This will be now a good time for us to get Spike. Spike is a very fun ability. Where basically if things fall on you, they get hurt. Or if things are near you, they get hurt. But there's also the trade-off too, to where if something comes from the bottom or you fall on something, you get hurt. But if it's a mini-boss or a boss that's staying stationary, you can go bam, 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 bam with it, and just keep on wailailing on it. Another museum right there, but we're not going to worry about that. But there is a mini-game here that we haven't seen yet. That's one of my personal favorite mini-games, and I can't wait to show it off. Another Meta Knight mini fight. So like I said before, all these right here is scripted on what pops up where. So as we take out this one right here on the far left, one that's left, one's gonna pop up on the bottom, and then that one's gonna pop up right there. So certain ones are scripted with certain other ones. So if one of them is beaten, the other one will be gone. Now this section, be careful and take it slow, because it's just going up and there's no real way to go down. Unless you have stone. Stone might be a good way for you to fall down. I actually really haven't tested it with stone. And here it is, my favorite minigame. This is the quick draw minigame. You basically have to press A at the right moment. And if you press it too soon, you get a penalty on you. And if you get 3 penalties, it's basically a game over on it. And you want to have faster reflexes, because the faster your reflexes are, the better. Because each level, it keeps on getting faster and faster, having a lower requirement for. Like how I keep on getting 13s. Like, I think it's right here was where a 13 gets beaten. Okay, we're on the last one. DDD, this has got to be under 10. Yep. But still, that gave us a 1-up, though. And if you happen to get, like, the last tattoo on that right there, you get 3 1-ups. And welcome to another Hyper Candy. So these red enemies right here, you do not want to hit them with... Actually, correct, I'll show you. You don't want to go suck in them right there, because if you do, they basically chase you down, and they explode. And if you hit them, also, they explode. Long story short, they explode. And on to another mini-boss we haven't faced yet, Bonkers. So Bonkers, he does a thing where he charges at you where you're at, and then he'll do a hammer throw. And then he'll also throw coconuts. He also does jumps every now and again too, so he can throw your pattern a little bit off whack. But Bonkers is the only way to get this ability right here, Hammer. Hammer is a very, and I mean very strong ability. It just shreds through bosses so easily. Also, I did not push A right there because I wasn't thinking about pushing A. And now we're on to the last regular level of Butter Building. Boop. So these bomb enemies right here, I'll show you what happens. If they fall, they basically, they do an explosion on the screen. Those are also crash enemies as the regular enemy form of them. So you want to be careful with them. Also, Frog. Frog likes to basically do what Frog wants. Frog does not do a set pattern thing. It just decides that it's going to jump towards you, jump away from you, just jump up, just jump in a direction. Frog is Frog. And now we're going to be on to a very unique stage. So what the game wants you to do is it wants you to take these enemies right here, these light enemies. And what happens is it lights up the whole stage, but the thing is we can see clearly where the obstacles are. It's not like there's something hidden that we can't see, or at least to my knowledge, that is. And now on to the last section of the last stage before we get to the boss. So this section right here is a bit of a pain. As you can see, we just lost Hammer, because we were trying to be silly and go jump hammer, jump hammer, jump hammer, and it failed. So because that right there, we're not going to be able to go into the final boss fight for the boss fight for this level with Hammer. So we'll just head on down to the museum and see what we can get. High jump. I don't want high jump. Nope, not here. So we're going to head out of here. And it's level 5. We're headed to level 5 and we're going to get Shock. We're going to head out of here. So then press start and press select to go down or up or down. Hit exit stage. And we're going to then make our way onto this. So Sun and Moon, it's a 50-50 chance of who you face first. And they have a half health bar because of it. So Moon does a roll like that right there, and he'll also throw a boomerang. While the Sun does a thing there where it shoots these like little harsh beams at you. And that's how you're able to do damage to it. And once you beat one, the other one comes out. I'm going to also show what Sun does. Sun does a fireball dash to you, and Moon will also do a shooting star effect. And that's basically how their fight goes. Once they're beaten, bam, they do that, and that is level 3, Ice Cream Island. So yeah, folks, I want to say thank you all for being here, and I hope this guide has been very helpful for you. Next level is Grape Garden, and I will hopefully see you there. Duke, Duke, Duke.